We're glad to have you here with us as we kick off this Thursday edition of Let's Chat. I'm Chip Chapin. Amelia coming up here in just a few minutes. And before we launch into our first guests, I want to make sure that you join us here today starting at noon. A huge day for Darty Long from the Chattanooga Zoo. We'll talk more about that then. We now shift gears and we are joined by Debra Clark Morgan as well as Karla Davis. Ladies, good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, the Hamilton County Coalition, in a nutshell, what is that?
The Hamilton County Coalition is a community nonprofit that rotates around substance use disorder. We help people get into recovery. We also teach youth about substance use for prevention. We educate about substance use disorder and just try to spread awareness.
Ever since this became a huge problem decades and decades ago, the efforts to help curb the abuse that we see from young kids all the way up to senior citizens, you got your hands full in doing this. What is the biggest challenge that you face when you were trying to talk someone through the recovery steps?
A major barrier is just the stigma that surrounds it all. So stigma in our, our healthcare fields, in our first responders, just in everyday life, it stops people from asking for help. And that's the key, not to shame anybody or guilt anybody, because we want people to want recovery. We want them to get there. So just being patient, not judging people,
right.
Meeting people where they are.
There are some folks that still don't understand and comprehend that addiction is a disease. It's not a character weakness. It is a clinical disease. So hats off to all of your team for everything that you guys are doing. All right, you've got International Overdose Awareness Day coming up. Tell me a little bit about that.
So International Overdose Awareness Day started in 2001, and it was a way of spreading awareness about the epidemic that we're going through, and it was also a way for individuals that's lost someone to have an open way of grieving, because again, stigma goes along with that overdose. And a lot of times when someone passes from that, there was a stigma that went with it, and they didn't feel like they could really grieve. And it's a way of coming together and honoring those individuals.
Tell me how the Hamilton County Coalition is going to observe this day.
So we've got several things going on. So in our county and then the surrounding counties as well. So Thursday the 28th, Bradley County is having an event at the Bradley County Coalition, or the Chamber of Commerce, I'm sorry, from 9 to 10 that day. The Hamilton County Coalition, we will have a pop-up event in our parking lot on the 29th from 11 to 1. Also the 29th, we've got an event in Grundy County. We've got one in Meigs County at the library on Saturday, on Sunday in McMinn County.
Wow.
And then that Monday, Marion County as well.
Seems like your geographic area gets bigger every year you do this.
That's what we're going for.
And that's got to come with its own set of unique challenges, doesn't it? Tell me a couple of those challenges. What are you most apprehensive about this year? Or are you?
I think getting buy-in is my thing, because again, with the stigma, there are a lot of communities that don't think that there's a problem there, so they don't really buy into it. They think it affects somewhere else, but in reality, it is everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere, and it affects everybody.
You made a very good point. It's happening across the street, it's happening across town, and it's happening across the country. What can folks do to get involved in helping you make this particular event this year bigger and better?
Talking about it, getting the word out there, increasing the awareness that surrounds this epidemic. Like she said, it's everywhere. It's a problem. Checking in on your neighbors, your loved ones, just being supportive, advocating for this stuff in the community. Volunteer at events. There's always something going on, here in Hamilton County. So just be a part of it.
All right, this particular day aside, tell me what the coalition is doing throughout the calendar year to help those folks help themselves and to prevent overdoses.
We do a lot of stuff, actually. Karla and I are regional overdose prevention specialists, so what we do is go out into the community and work with people to educate them about substance use disorder, again, to show that it is a disease and the science behind it, and to try to get rid of some of that stigma. We also have a program that will help individuals get into recovery, with or without insurance, whether or not they're justice involved or not, we can help with that. We have a youth program that will work with youth to help prevent substance use by educating them. And then we work with families that have someone who struggles with addiction as well.
There's an old saying that goes, the addiction will protect itself at all cost. And I hope you ladies have a spectacular event. Tell us how we get in touch with you for more information and to find out more beyond the International Day of Observance. Website.
Just the Hamilton County Coalition website.
Hamilton County Coalition website. There you see it on your screen. hccoalition.org. hccoalition.org. We'll be right back after this.